Hey there, Bryson with Dimes for Dollars here, and today I have a silver purchase. I'll be looking to fill out these 4 books here, the silver quarters and the silver dimes. I have some silver that I bought before, some silver that I got for face value from coin hunting, and I have a whole heap and bag of silver that I bought today, and I'm hoping to fill out some spots. We do have some nice dimes here, and we have some old quarters, so I'm really looking forward to this. I'll get into opening this bag and I'll bring you in once we got it all sorted by denomination. Alright, well, it's now sorted out by decade and by type. We got a nice assortment of Roosevelts here, lots of shiny ones. We got 64, we got some nice 50s, some not as nice 50s, but I'm still glad to have them. We got some 40s here. We got some Mercury Dimes, 40s, 30s, and a lot of teens and 20s. I was surprised. We even got a 1916 Philadelphia, which is always nice to find out there in junk silver bins. As for the quarters, we got some 60s here. We got 2 really nice toned ones. One's kind of red tone and one's got a light red toning. They're both really nice. I definitely put those aside. We got some 50s, 40s, a good stack of 30s. It really surprised me. We have this 32 Philadelphia to add to the collection. That one I bought previously. And we even got some Standing Liberties. Most of them are really slick and I don't expect to see a date, but I like the history behind them, so I'll definitely keep those and put them aside. So I'll start with the Roosevelts here. I'll get those put in and I'll bring you in to show you what I filled. Alright, well, we were able to make some good progress on this Roosevelt album. We got that 46D and S, they're both in pretty nice shape in there. We got a 47S. We got a 49D and S. We got a 52 Philadelphia, 53S, and a 52S right there. We already had a couple of these here, but we got a new 56D and a 57D. Got a 59D here, and we were able to replace this one out of there with a nice 58D. We were also able to get a really nice 64 Philadelphia here to go along with the 64D that we already had. We also had a few duplicates here, but that's alright, they'll go in the silver tube, and we'll start on these Mercury Dimes here. Alright, well, we're back with the Mercury Dimes now. We were able to make quite a few additions. We got this 16 Philadelphia, 17 Philadelphia in Denver. We got 18 Philadelphia, Denver, and we were able to replace this bent San Francisco, so we got a nice new one in there. We got 2 1919s. We got also a D and a S. The S is a lower mintage one. I'm glad to have that one. We were able to replace this kind of nasty 1920 that was kind of corroded, kind of had some gunk on it. We got a 20S. We were able to replace this 23 Philadelphia. And we even got a 23S, which is also a lower mintage one. For the second page, we got a 26 Philadelphia, 26 Denver, 27 Philadelphia, a lower mintage 28 Denver. We weren't quite able to replace the 34 Philadelphia. I forgot I already had that one. We got a 35S, 36 Denver. We got a 37S, 38S, 39 Denver. We also got a 40 Denver, 41 Philadelphia, 41 Denver. We had that 41S to begin the hunt. Same with the 42D, but we got a 42S, which is in really, really good shape for being a junk silver bin. So I'm definitely glad to have that one. We also got a 43 Denver, again, in really, really good shape. We got a 44S, 44 Philadelphia, 43S. Oh, and we already had that 45S. We also had a good stack of overflows here, but they'll also go and join the Roosevelts in the silver dime tube. Now I'll start with the quarters. I got a lot to go through, and I have 2 albums to go through and fill up. Alright, well, we're back with the quarters now. We're going to start with the second book. It goes from 46 to 59. We got a 46 Denver. We got a 47 Denver. We got a 48S and a 50 Philadelphia. We also had a 51 San Francisco, 52 Philadelphia, 52S, and a 54 Philadelphia. On the third page, we had a 57 Philadelphia and a 57 Denver. We also had a 58 Denver and a bunch of overflows. I thought it was kind of weird how it only stops at 59 instead of 64 when silver quarters are discontinued. But that's the way this book's going to go. It's kind of old. But either way, we got a good amount of progress on this. Got a lot of spots filled. I'll bring you back in with these older ones, and I'll show you the progress we make on that book. Alright, with the earlier of the 2 Washington books, I was able to make quite a good start on this one. Had that 32 Philadelphia that I'd been holding on to for a bit. Figured I'd put it in now. Got a 35 Philadelphia, 36 Philadelphia. We got a 36 Denver, which is a lower mintage. Got a 37 Philadelphia that's pretty chewed up. We got a 37 Denver, 38 San Francisco, which is only 2.8 million. Got a 39 Philadelphia, 39 Denver, and we even got a 39S, only 2.6 million minted. We also had a 40 Philadelphia, 41 Denver. We had a 42 Denver, 42 San Francisco. I have to make a choice between these 2 43s. That one's polished. That one's in natural wear. So I'll have to make that decision. Not quite sure yet. Had a 44 Denver, and a 45 Denver, and a 45S. We didn't have any duplicates for these ones as we were lucky to just fill spots. But that's alright, we got a lot of spots filled. And even though some of them aren't in the best condition, I'm still glad to have them. So now what I'm going to do is get into these Standing Liberty quarters here. A lot of them are pretty slick and don't have dates, but if they have mint marks, and if they do have dates, I will put them aside and I'll show them off. I don't have a book for these ones yet, but hopefully someday when I do, I'll add them in the next silver hunt. Alright, well the quarters are separated now. We have 4 Philadelphia ones that are slick as heck. There's not much detail to them, but they're old. We have one with the S mint, but no date. We have a 29 Philadelphia, and we actually have 5 27 Philadelphias. Some of them are in pretty good shape. Surprised to see that in a junk silver bin, but I'm glad to have them for sure. They have some pretty good detail on the back. But I will be ordering a book for the Standing Liberty quarters, and hopefully when I do my next silver purchase, I'll throw these in on the side and I'll fill that one out too. But anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe if you're new, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.